Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us and welcome to another edition of Transformer Facts Friday. This is the second weekly roundup show that I like to do on this channel, which again gives me the perfect opportunity to do exactly that. Keep you guys updated with things that are found out in the world of Transformers. I let you know what's happening with this YouTube channel and of course my Instagram, which is Toys_R_Us. Got another 7 or 8 things to go through with you today, and we're going to start off with this, which I've took from tformers.com, and this is an insight. This is brilliant into the very first, of course, movie from 2007. This is Ben Proctor, I think his name is. Let me just double check that. Yeah, Ben Proctor. And this is his protoform Optimus Prime design concept. So on T-Formers, there's some images, there's his artwork. And again, it's really interesting just to see how much work went into this. Again, the detail that they went to, not just to making obviously the protoform, but how of course he was going to come to Earth, even in right up down to the crater that it was going to make on the floor. There's a lot more information on this on T-Formers, and indeed from Ben Proctor himself. There of course is the endoskeleton, and indeed there is the endoskeleton hand. So I just thought it was something that I find it really interesting, to be fair. And again, it's still scary that it's 16 years ago now. It's truly mind-blowing that it's that long ago. Right, here's something that seems to have reappeared and disappeared and reappeared and disappeared. Remember the crossovers with the Street Fighter characters that were supposed to come out at some point last year? They did originally come out a few years back, way back in fact, but they are now available to order on all of them stores which are under there. And if you're unfamiliar with what they are, here's just a couple of images, because we've seen these for so long, and this should give you an idea of how old these figures are. These are of course Titan's Return molds. So we've got of course Laser Optimus and Megatron there, which we've now got as Ryu and M. Bison. And then we've got, of course, RC, which is Chun-Li, and Ken, which was Hot Rod. But if you want to get hold of them, you can now order them from the stores you just saw on that list. Right, a couple of things that we've already seen, but again, these are just different images. Again, I've found Blueberry Jam, or Blueberry Girl, on Magic Square, because I know that loads of people are loving her, especially Bumble Jumper. And there is all 3 of their little cutesy figures. And again, you have to remember that all these are fully transformable as well, so they're obviously like exactly that. I'm trying to think of the Chibu, that's it. Chibu is the Japanese word for the cutesy oversized head figures. There's so many of these on Magic Square's Weibo at the moment. I've just literally took a few to show you, but if you just type in Magic Square Weibo, have a look. There's an abundance of photos if you want to see more of her and the rest. Right, I went back onto T-Formers as well, and this is direct from Takara Tomi's website themselves. This is official product images for Masterpiece MP05G Cezanne. So this is of course the 5th, as I say, installment. There's not too much going on with regards to showing you how to transform, etc. These are just the fully promotional images that they're using, exactly that, for advertisement factors and to sell these figures. Now of course the train modes, as everybody is saying and pointing out, are far better than the robot, and they really do look good. To be honest, I've got to agree with it. The robot modes are okay of the ones I've got so far, but the train modes rather, are much better. That is the ginormous sword that this figure comes with, which is of course compatible and used as a main sword for Raiden. So that gives you an idea of how big that actual sword is. The next is Studio Series 100 Bumblebee from Rise of the Beasts. Again, I know we've seen some images of him, but this is I Am on Fire. Some of his photos, he is, whoever has the pictures that they take are absolutely fantastic. And it's actually, again, changing my opinion of this figure. I've always pointed out, I don't know what it is with all Bumblebee figures Studio Series. You've always got the visible arms underneath. But I was a little disappointed when I realised that this was going to be Studio Series 100. I thought they perhaps could have picked, see what I mean about the arms underneath there? A much better figure, and perhaps not a bigger character, because I think obviously he is a huge character. But these photos, I mean, I've got it on pre-order anyway, so we'll see what it's like when it does arrive. But these photos I think are really doing the figure some justice, to be honest, because he looks much better with these amazing backgrounds. Right, last couple on here, and then we've got, again, there's so many more of these. I just took a few of them just to show you, again, as I say, with the accessories and how well he does pose. This is something I took off from one of the threads on TFW 2005, and I'm going to read to you exactly what it says. This looks like whoever did the first DS Starscream series accessory bag. It's going to be made 3D printed by the looks of it. It's a 45 centimeter Metroplex, and it's going to be perfectly compatible and scale with Magic Square and New Age and basically all of the other. If I hold this here and say pause, you can read exactly what it says. This is a thread from TFW 2005, and as I say, 45 centimeters tall, Metroplex figure that will scale with the rest of your Legends figures, and this looks really, really good. And they're asking for feedback on this, on that particular thread, if you want to check it out yourself. For Legend scale collectors at the moment, it's a really, really exciting time. There's so much going on, and again, they just look so good. This is something that I found, this is a bit like Sightings, but this is way better, and this is especially for Canadian buyers. I took this from Cybertron, and what it says here is various Transformer toys skipped by Canadian retailers have now been found at Liquidator. So from my understanding, and please correct me if I'm wrong, that Liquidator are, I suppose, a bit like discount stores in Canada, and excuse me, what's been found here is again an abundance of figures that they weren't really easy to find or mass retail in Canada. So there's a big write-up on Cybertron, or if you want to read that now, you can pause. I'm not going to read it all out, and then if I just scroll through, you can see apparently Kingdom Wave 4, or I think this was Wave 4, yeah, Pipes and indeed Slammer, they weren't available very easy, neither was Blaster, and you can see all these on the shelves there. Even I believe I've just read as well that Retgar and Studio Series Junkeep from 86 line were really difficult to get hold of. So this is great news for Canadian viewers and indeed Transformer buyers. There you go. Check out your Liquidator stores because it looks like they've got a load in. So as I say, nice small quick little blast with that. Oh, pop that down there, not dropping it on this particular one. But as ever, if anything else happens over the weekend, I will let you know straight away. I've got a real mixed bag of reviews coming up at the minute, which is just as much fun for me as it is for everybody else. So for the movie lovers, I've got both of these. So we've got Crosshairs and we've got Hot Rods, and I've got a bit of a bloopers video because I attempted to do a review on this last night and I was too tired. But you will see, yeah, you can see that as he says, knocking Metal Hawk over. Yeah, so that's going to be uploaded at the same time for the Generation 1 guys. This guy, I've managed to build him up. There he is staying like this. I am not transforming him again, and especially not this one here. Never ever again. He's going to stay on display. For those people who have never seen my videos or wonder what I'm on about, it's about 2 videos before this. Watch the transformation or the review of him, shall we say. I don't think I've ever been so petrified. I was more scared doing that than I was of transforming the original Black Zarek. So we've got Generation 1, we've got movie figures, we've got Sideburn. I've still not managed to get around to doing that. And then here's a big shock for people who, look what I've got. Yes, indeed, we have got Trailblazer from Magic Square. And I'm going to be reviewing him as well. So a complete mixed bag. So I'm saying this and I mean it wholeheartedly. Thanks to you guys, the viewers, because I enjoy doing this anyway. But the fact now that I've got such a broad audience, and I've never, although G1, everybody knows that I love and I collect G1, but I've never pigeonholed myself to just being a G1 collector. It's nice that I can do these and get experience of other figures. Granted, I hold my hands up Unicron Trilogy, I don't know too much about. Studio Series, I'm learning more and more about. Third-party Magic Square and all that, not a clue, but it's going to be fun learning about these and indeed reviewing these figures for you guys, just to open all our minds and everything, to have a look at all the other amazing Transformers that are out there at the very minute. So thank you everybody for the support of this channel, for the ideas, again, just for the constant support, nice messages on here, on Instagram, everything. It's a pleasure doing this. I really do enjoy it, even though I lose my voice, I get tired, etc. But yeah, and as you see, there's going to be a blooper video as well, as I've already said, for Crosshairs. But in the meantime, have a great weekend, and I'll catch up with you guys next week. Take care.